They're at the start of their journey, they think outside the box, and they often come up with bright ideas. They are a new generation of business people, and their distinguishing features are creativity and enthusiasm. This is the world of startups, the program about IT developers and the industry of startups.
Всем привет! Меня зовут Серик Акишев, и в эфире программа...
Hello everyone! I'm Serik Akishev and this is the world of startups. They say that just 1 out of 10 startups takes off. This IT lottery never scares young businessmen or seasoned investors or entire countries. The secret is that a successful startup brings so much profit that it covers all costs related to failed ones. Therefore, for many years now, the Kazakh government is supporting local startup projects.
Всяческую поддержку отечественным стартап-проектам. 25 лет назад Казахстан открыл новую независимую...
25 years ago, Kazakhstan became an independent state. The country grew almost like a successful startup in many ways. After the difficult 1990s, Kazakhstan's economy took off, with industry and innovations growing rapidly. Since then, the country's GDP grew fivefold, hitting $232 billion. Each year, the new technologies market accounts for the growing share in the Kazakh GDP.
Составляет 78 триллионов 880 миллиардов тенге. И с каждым годом все большую часть ВВП отвоевывает рынок новых технологий.
Japan and South Korea. Today, these economies are in the top 10 most developed countries of the world. Meanwhile, 50 years ago, they were ranked as underdeveloped world countries, so the Japanese and the Koreans had to start from scratch. Kazakhstan too had to start growing from zero when back in 1991 it ceased to be a part of the Soviet Union. 25 years later, one can state that independent Kazakhstan was developing as a successful startup despite the adverse economic circumstances.
Сегодня мы видим очень серьезно начинает расти направление.
Today we see the main industry's service sector show a serious growth. This growth can be mostly accounted to startups that bring new visions, new technologies, solving traditional industrial issues, which is great.
Индустриальные задачи, и это очень отрадно.
Today, Kazakhstan is awarding a significant number of state grants to stimulate state development, mostly in IT. Also, the government puts a lot of effort to make the country attractive to all kinds of entrepreneurial activities.
Любое государство проходит сначала через гранты, а потом переходит на венчур.
All countries have to first use grants. Then they switch to ventures model like they do in Israel. Grants are necessary at initial stages, then everything that will potentially make profits must get venture funding. That's how money gets a balanced distribution.
Это балансирует правильное распределение и использование денег.
Innovative Technologies Park Autonomous Cluster Fund sees its mission in raising awareness about venture funding in the country. The fund launched a Startup Kazakhstan program to turn Almaty into a Kazakh Silicon Valley.
Сегодня мы уже видим первые результаты этой программы.
The program has already had a positive impact. Venture funds taking part in the program have selected around 50 projects that will be targeting the country's main industries.
На вот эти основные сферы сегодня.
The Autonomous Cluster Fund initiated establishment of a geology cluster in the country on the platform of the Innovative Technologies Park.
В первую очередь не сама геология, конечно, а это все, что относится к этому.
It's not just about geology, it's everything related to that. Big data, geochemical labs, geophysics labs, new exploration methods, new research methods, new data transmission methods, digitalization of the entire production cycle.
Методы передачи данных, цифровизации всего цикла производства и так далее.
Bloomberg agency experts still consider Kazakhstan a potentially successful business startup. Meanwhile, this startup has acquired new features. Over 25 years of independence, the government and private companies' business processes have synchronized. The government and the private sector developed the country's economic strategy together. These are exactly the circumstances that enabled the economic miracles of Japan and South Korea. Kazakhstan is ready for a giant leap.
Так называют поколение людей, которым не нужны дорогостоящие вещи, часы.
Millennials are not interested in expensive things. Watches, large houses, yachts, or other status symbols. They're satisfied with less and prefer to rent everything. The for-rent mobile application developers follow this trend.
О нюансах работы нового сервиса вы узнаете от самих разработчиков.
Generation Y or Rico boomers, people born during the times of digital hype. This is the target audience of the foreign mobile application developed by startuppers from Almaty. One can rent anything from a game console to digital camera to car or even plane using the app. The developers of the new app say that it will be used to discover new hidden talents. For example, you might want to try photography as a hobby and you buy a photo camera on credit for a large amount of money. One can be sure it will be left on a shelf unused, collecting dust most of the time. No need to buy expensive things, well, not just expensive ones. No need to buy anything if you can rent it. The Kazakh app follows the Uber everything trend. Also in some aspects, for it resembles Airbnb, global short-term private accommodation service. The developers say that they know how to protect the rented items from damage or theft. Each user is pegged to the app through the EMEI code, not via SIM card. That is, a dishonest user will not be able to con anybody by simply replacing a SIM card.
Мы предоставляем безопасность путем введения полной истории.
We offer security by keeping complete transactions records, maintaining user ratings and references. In case of a theft, we can provide all the required information on a thief, for example, his device ID, to the law enforcement.
Для соответствующих органов.
The startuppers say that their project is unique and that the world doesn't know anything like it. The co-founders are doing their market research and first plan to expand to Russia, Kazakhstan's closest neighbor, with a potential target audience of 100 million customers.
На очереди обзор.
Here's the review of the most interesting global IT news. Use the opportunity to follow the tech developments.
Технологической теме.
A Russian company, Hoversurf, revealed its new development, a portable flying bike you can park at a regular city parking lot. For now, the bike flies at 5 meters above the ground. Its accumulator battery can keep the vehicle in air for up to 30 minutes. The Russian startuppers believe it's just a beginning. Along with the flying apparatus, they create a software that is in charge of drones' telemetric data collection, data analysis, airborne safety and controls. The soft can map an autonomous flight itinerary, and all that is combined into a flying platform Mark S that can be either turned into a flying bike or a taxi car. The programmers promise to present their flying taxi soon. We can't wait. Amazon unveiled a new physical store without checkout lines. The 168 square meters store is located in Seattle, where Amazon is headquartered. Customers grab whatever items are needed, and when you're done shopping, you just walk out. The cost of the items bought is deducted from a credit card pegged to your Amazon account. Customers check in at the entrance of the store with a new app called Amazon Go. Then you can shop putting the stuff into a basket. The store sensors identify the goods and its price, and the system adds it to your account's bought items list. The entire process looks like a regular shopping in a supermarket. The only differences are that there are no checkout lines and lots of surveillance cameras. The store will be officially opened in early 2017. In its The Wall Street Journal interview, the company revealed its plans on launching a chain of such stores in the nearest future. Roboticists at Berkeley University have designed a small robot known as Salto that can leap into the air and then spring off diverse, complex terrains. To build the robot, the engineers studied the animal kingdom's most vertically agile creature, the galago, which can jump 5 at unbelievable distances while hunting for insects or escaping from predators. Mimicking the African primate's behavior, Salto is 26 centimeters tall and can jump up to 1 meter. Moreover, as of now, this is a record for untethered robots. In the future, the robot will be equipped with cameras to choose jump surfaces. Meanwhile, Salto is leaping at calculated trajectories in a lab.
Это все, что мы успели рассказать вам сегодня.
That's all for today. My name is Serik Akishev and the world of startups. Remember that startup success is built on thousands of failures. See you next week on Kazakh TV.
Kazakh TV.